We will never get the chance to see the whistleblower raise his right hand, swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. We'll never get that chance. More importantly, the American people won't get that chance.
Thank you. I say to my colleague, I'd be glad to have the person who started it all come in and testify. President Trump is welcome to take a seat right there.
Just to be clear, Republicans moved Jim Jordan onto the House Intelligence Committee specifically so that he could participate in this hearing. They made the conscious effort to do that. It was not by accident, but by design, which makes this misstep by the Ohio Republican all the more embarrassing. What Jim Jordan was trying to do was give oxygen to one of the many desperate Republican defenses. This one claiming that the impeachment hearings are a sham because we aren't able to hear from the whistleblower whose complaint set the whole thing off. Only, as Representative Welch pointed out, it wasn't actually the whistleblower who started everything, it was Donald Trump. The whistleblower followed proper protocol. He or she sent the complaint to the Inspector General, a Trump appointee who deemed it credible and urgent. In other words, this has nothing to do with the whistleblower and everything to do with the contents of the complaint, which directly implicate Trump. Trump asked the president of Ukraine for the favor of investigating a political rival. Trump withheld millions of dollars of military aid until that favor was fulfilled. Trump had Rudy Giuliani run a shadow State Department so he could circumvent national security protocols and facilitate the probe into Biden. Trump tried to hide the summary of the call in a secure server. All of that is tantamount to high crimes and misdemeanors. So to claim that the whistleblower's identity is somehow relevant here is beyond ridiculous. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The whistleblower could be Hillary Clinton herself. It would not matter because the complaint has already been corroborated. So while Republicans are trying to make it seem like this is the whistleblower's fault, that couldn't be further from the truth. This has nothing to do with the messenger and everything to do with the person who actually committed the crimes. Imagine if a man shot someone on, let's say Fifth Avenue. The guy then admitted to doing it. Video cameras show him doing it. Other witnesses nearby saw him doing it. You too watched it happen and you called the police. Republicans are basically saying that we can't be so sure that what he did was wrong until we find out who you voted for in the last election. If that sounds insane, congratulations, you now understand the entire Republican defense of Donald Trump. The fact is, if Republicans are so desperate to get to the bottom of what happened like they say they are, if they're so outraged that a person who, frankly, has nothing else to offer besides what they put in the complaint won't come and testify, and how are we supposed to get all the facts without everyone present, then why doesn't Trump come and testify under oath? If the call was perfect, if this is just a witch hunt, if he's done nothing wrong, then he has absolutely nothing to lose by sitting down in front of the committee and answering whatever questions Congress has under oath. The reason, of course, is that Trump is at fault. He admitted in broad daylight that the purpose of his call with Zelensky was to get an investigation into Biden. Witness testimony after witness testimony confirmed that Ukraine believed the announcement of an investigation into Biden was the sole condition for the release of the aid to Ukraine. What he did was purposefully and knowingly extort a foreign country into doing his political bidding for the express purpose of influencing the next election. He then took steps to both hide evidence of his crimes and prohibit White House officials from participating in an investigation to expose those crimes. And as Republicans are finding out on a daily basis, there is literally no way to spin this as proper, moral, or legal. So Republicans can keep begging to know who the whistleblower is, but this defense, like countless others, are only doing more harm than good. They're showing the American people that the GOP has no legitimate defense. So instead, they're trying to pin the blame on a scapegoat to try and absolve Trump. They can't argue substance, so they need to find a villain instead to try and undermine the whole thing. From a completely objective point of view, it is a worthless strategy. A strategy that can apparently get you laughed out of the room at a public hearing.